patapa pieto.
Them
Run the raw. Your political climate, has sown this seed. Amanaya say it's always a witch hunt. People are fanatics, so and yo, they don't even care about what Yoko is saying or what whoever is saying.
Once we have our person involved,
yes, we are coming to support him by hook or crook.
Matisa Mahama saw no bar or Beba Bigua contaminating. Mama, no more. Who born dog? Beba Bigu, hey, and yet castle. Me ne captain, no, Michel and him, oh, man, no, me here. Oh, baby, what did I say? Oh, Monsori, you're best sorry, you're back on you, you're talking and sorry, and I wine and sorry, chairman. Unia.
Of course, your number one girl with the Midas touch.
That's all person. Nira. And I've
got
them film man. Mr. Derek as well is in the building. Oshana know who we are.
Yeah.
Got top. Yo, Nira.
Done. In 2024.
Nancy.
Last year, a chairman. Wontumi. See, I don't say friend the chairman over to me. Yeah, to me no. Chairman Wontumi on radio bragged. No, he dared Mahama, our current president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, that he or a Bema with boss on me pushing and feed the forest reserves.
I'm a boss or what?
He dared him. He dared President Mahama. You see, by then now a presidential candidate. By then not your president, not a candidate. Yes, for the presidency, for the NDC party. He dared himself. So a Bema with balls, two heavy, strong balls in between his legs.
Mahama so balls so quitano.
No me pushing him fee. Yes, the forest reserves. And then Mahama Chen say, "To me be baby." You understand? Aside that, he said that. You mining no, you were two. Say illegal and illegal.
Illegal.
Oh no. A conta owner of a conta mine Wontumi says the only difference between the illegal and the legal be documents. So if they do illegal, where they do legal? The only thing, reason why they go talk say my own be legal be the documents.
Irrespective of where you are mining.
So if they do illegal, we go get documents. No, now you can't tell legal. That be what.
So you know the matter where you mine for once you get documents.
You get documents, no, you can't tell.
He actually said that?
He actually said that on radio during His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama. Thinking, say by then, MPP was on power, 2024, thinking that MPP is going to reign till thy kingdom come. Son now I say, no kuyejen. You understand what we call no kuyejen?
Something day inside.
Yes, something day. Bibi woho. Sisi ano. We say some things and we wish that a bebem. We say something we wish a bebem. But wait there, no kind we know who cross our bem. Unfortunately for him, NDC came to power. Now Mahama Sudie, during his manifesto, he said, anybody involved in illegal mining in the country, so bapa pay benu.
No.
Yes, justice. Yes, the law is going to work.
Mahama so this is you did no cressa Bible.
Share kanayo. Says John Dramani Mahama kanayo. Yes.
No. Talk and do. Yob and deliver. So Derek, updates on Chairman Wontumi, why he was arrested and how it's going. I'm sure you're in the best position to give us that.
I don't know if I'm in the best position, but I'll try.
Yeah.
Akunta mining.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, they've been in existence for a while now.
Wow. How long has it been?
They actually had a reconnaissance license in 2011 during
2011.
Yes.
It's been like 14 years ago.
Yes, that's Mills.
It has been
under
Mills. Under Prof Mills. Yeah.
And you know, there was a study, a research by Joy News, stated that under Mills's time, he issued like the less or the least license with regards to people wait for mine and
then
all
that
that.
means Akunta mining was one of them.
Wow.
So But the license they had was a reconnaissance license. I'm not
mean
sure
that
what it means.
you can
but
just
then
go
I
survey
think,
and things.
I think something like that. Then they had a prospecting license that was under Mahama.
Under Mahama.
Yes, the prospecting license was under Mahama.
So
That was
reconnaissance
2012.
license,
Then
prospecting
the next year
license,
they had prospecting license.
that for educational purpose, like the difference.
Yeah, but I think the prospecting corner unya bibi or
Ubetimi afa. And the reconnaissance is go and survey to see so ubetimi nya bibi or
I think that's the distinction. From that point, I think that from May 2014, I don't think there's any documentation a war say Minerals Commission there me kind. I don't think there was any documentation until 2021. No, 3 leases.
So, from Mahama's time as president, whichever year it was, to Nanado's reign as president, 2021. And
Yes.
Unya,
lease me and say,
wow.
You go fee. So,
Lease me and son.
Yes.
That means 3
leases.
mining concessions.
In 1 year.
Yes, I think in 2021. Yes.
Don't ask me more.
3.
Yes. So
This
in
matter is
2022, it was in 2022, somewhere 2022 now, they applied for a license to be able to enter the forest.
After 3 leases, in almost time Sobura Forest.
Forest.
Dang.
But even the then Minister Crown signed.
So it looked like during the MPP period in power, no, Wontumi became very powerful.
Yes, he became very powerful. And the BIA na ye can. Or bravo. On the can can say. Or say patapa pieto.
Yeah, them ran.
Is it a patapa we know?
No.
Oh, okay.
Patapa will be our no
Arrogance, powerful, forget everybody kind of
Yes.
person.
Omnipotent.
You can forget everybody by the Lord.
Yes. But the law also say
Senior man.
there is no Obia no bigger than the law.
Yeah. Once you fall
Everybody is
short.
under the law. Right now, say whether it's vindictive, Mahamana or person or settle score cry.
But what's making you say that? Because he probably said in interview, said Mahama Yawana and those things, he will never become president.
If people think it's a political witch hunt, maybe we'll come to that. If it's a political witch hunt, right now, it's all alleged, but
No. Could it mean like, that's quite sensitive to mean that by saying that, then it goes to mean that Wontumi could be innocent of all the allegations leveled against him, but on account of his personal differences between Mahama, because during the campaign, Wontumi sat on radio to say that Lordina Mahama go town, go buy Banchi, Tubani and things, come back home to see say Mahama they sleep with in housemaid.
But how did he find out?
Dirty politics, So could that as well be a reason in TR? Because some of the things that have been said about Mahama, they're endorsing. So dirty and extreme. But I feel say he took all of it in good faith and he's actually more concentrated on letting the country run.
But don't. You said there are biases everywhere. You find say Mahama Antikura. And I saw Tia Crown and fine saying he wields power. To me. Now he wields power. He has the law. I always say there are 3 ways they can say patch one. Then we holding Kukuti need to me power. Do you know who I am?
I know my right.
Yes, that kind of power. No? But ultimately, Emra and
once the law comes to play,
so now that the law, and I hope nobody abuses the law. They don't use any foul means to the rule of law. You better apply the law as we are supposed to apply it. And no, he stands a chance. Say he has a right to
defense. Yeah.
Yes. He's saying that's what we are looking for.
But come to think of it, you just said in 2022, he applied for the forest reserve to operate within the forest reserve.
Yes.
By doing the same 2022, he was operating, even though the license was not approved.
He went ahead to still operate.
He was still operating.
After 3
and that
leases,
was when the threat even came. He was there. That was the period he dared Mahama say, if he's a man with balls now, fee forest reserves for no.
The Marine Forest Reserve.
Yes.
You see, so
and
the-
now the video circulating proves how bad the current state of the
But in this
forest reserve and then the
at
water
this
body
level,
is.
it's still accusations
Yes,
that are being leveled
alleged.
against him
allegation.
currently,
Yes.
and then it has been alleged that he indeed perpetrated the act. But currently, why was Wontumi invited to the CID office in the first place? The National Security visited his residence, and then he was, officially invited to the.
CIDs, they've charged him for illegalities with mining.
Yeah.
Illegalities in the forest reserves.
So after the evidence that was
So,
presented
yes,
to
so
them, they
they've
are
actually
doing their
charged.
job. Brabe you
Yes.
So that's why he was invited.
Yes, and I think other things have come up. I know nobody is telling us why.
So does it seem
There are
that it
other
goes
allegations
beyond the illegal mining thing?
Yes,
I think there are other issues.
This can be for an account.
They say for Abba, inviting no, and no so danche. They say no danche, no the yoko. They haven't told us why. People now almost speculative say Sikabito on account while.
So all these are
not-
speculations.
yes.
You can't say that.
Well, he was not supposed to. I mean, apparently, when the government changed hands, I mean, when the previous government lost the election, Omoka said there was a period where Omoka said nobody is going to issue any monies for government issued monies.
Within that period,
yes,
no, until
he got some 50 million, and they keep spreading
50 million then.
50 million cedis, Ghana cedis, or so. I'm not sure of the currency, but they apparently he spent it some way. He divided it 11 million and 39 for certain things.
It is 500 billion.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed, why? Yeah, I kind of saying things that people are speculating. But I know no crowd. I don't know why.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I don't know why he is the one you go for.
Yes,
Yes, into Yamaka. Who Yamaka we are? Oh, I'm a chimney say.
Nipa, if indeed that is actually the case. But at the end of the day, you know, in this case, you might think, say, should this as well be a reason why he should be arrested or the speculations? Yes, Oka, Eko car techema, and a match or driving. So currently, he there in a position where a man is trying to driving. People are saying everything they intend or think about him. Now, to me from the CID office now, he go see his wife, Michelina, in Chibuisiako. Now, I'm left and down. And a yoko, you say Rambo style.
Yeah.
Guy back on car Gina Crano with green acrobatics, no afro, no abejina Wontumi can. So, hey, Charlie.
Rambo the second.
She as one also, my friend, get down. Wontumi say, Adam, you're gonna need you. Then the moya mesa. Nabako so back no me to the ties. Hey, Charlie, easy.
And you see, and no people think say there is a vendetta, there is a witch hunt. If Emrano, he's falling foul of the law.
Invite him.
Maybe a free cockroach, friend when and he is still the Ashanti regional
chairman.
Please,
for the
I don't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
You know, when national security came to his house, some NPP supporters and leaders of the various NPP in the district or whatever came over at his house, and then they stopped the national security from capturing Wontumi. You understand? And now it's getting.
Oh, but do you think they could have prevented the national security? Because
Do you
I'm
know
sure
they were
said,
literally they were going boot for boot to the national security, and it got so intense that they were burning ties. Currently, they are burning ties. You see, I know NPP
preventive measures.
Yes.
So probably the Yoko feels
established
if he eventually gets to his.
It's a befu for Beba. You're paying for say in Yinan Crani Muntu. Now, Chama Wontumi is a public figure.
Everybody knows
famous.
Chairman Wontumi because of some of it.
So if you want to, unless of course they think say they will destroy evidence, and then again I have
no, that's a very important.
Unless of course they think say if they don't move in now, a man for destroy evidence. Be I know. But
legally is that right?
Also, also now you are compounding your crime near you say if indeed you destroy evidence, but then say say Wontumi no na open on there.
You should just go for him.
You can get Wontumi so
But the
many
people are
ways,
becoming
so
a
many
barrier.
times. Yes. Because
Even on the third deputy chairman for the NPP.
because of the Rambo style now, it looks like Yasheda say at all costs.
It was after
even
the
if he's
CID
falling foul,
issue, no.
even if he's falling foul, there are ways to.
But do you think
See,
the ways
the way-
you are
how aggressive
suggesting
now
are
for funny,
applicable in our country?
Oh, it is.
Because there have been instances where they invite people, they don't come. People make all sort of utterances, and then when they come after them, because you see, onus probandi, he who the burden of proof, you make certain utterances, and then you have to prove them. And then when it gets to Brabe Pruvia, now you're home, remember next week, remember Tuesday, remember Wednesday.
Then they become reluctant.
And then they become reluctant. In this case, I'm not saying that a Rambo style of approach is the way to go.
Yeah.
But then it's looking like they felt like you said he might destroy evidence, ways and means. The people knowing very well that they could come after him the next time could become a barricade, and it will be very difficult to get the person you are looking for. Maybe it might be at the expense of Obi.
At the barb, all of that. But even at tie yourself, you don't arrest them that way.
No, but how you get the fans to me get.
Yes.
Sisi no matter you, NPP one
But
security,
nobody-
NPP security, and there are young youths who have signed up for this thing,
Exactly.
and their role is to protect all the NPP leaders or heads.
No, but if indeed you are not guilty
Why would you go this
of the
extra mile?
various allegations leveled against you.
You see, the Rambo style, it makes people believe, say, you want to violate the person's rights because politically motivated. And the world over, Tembia, Alexei Navalny, they make it a spectacle, a public spectacle.
Derek, right, please, I disagree with you in this instance. Because, first of all, the government will never come and attack anyone in any harsh way. They came in peaceful means. So what I say? Until Omobana Sakwa say, "Oh, na unkro from Australia," and they don't want it peacefully. Then, of course, force has to be applied.
I understand where you're going, but
You understand?
there's-
So me, the
there's-
Rambo style, I don't think there's anything bad with
there is
it. They really
precedent.
acted.
No, you
fast.
know, once no one is getting hurt in the process,
Yes.
once it's not getting aggressive, if you need the person, there are laws. There is a constitution in the country
really
that
think
requires
it's unnecessary.
the approach, the means of inviting an individual until it's amended, so it can curtail some of these actions by fans, fanaticism. To me, according to some of the fans, on the share, on the Mayidiane, on the say, into so they would rise against the law. And if care is not taken and the law wants to as well go with its
Force.
full force, it might get out of hand.
Yeah, people will end up losing their
exactly.
lives.
But I
Just
must commend the NIB for this. I have noticed when they are arresting someone and the people around wants to know what they are patient enough to explain to the person. So
This and
yeah,
this
the
is
name
everything.
regardless of what you accuse him of, he is still Ghanaian, and he has some dignity, personal dignity, should be safeguarded.
if after all this it comes out that he is innocent,
should be
why
safeguarded
embarrass
by
him?
the constitution and
Derek, we
the
know
people.
who Wontumi is.
It
Wontumi
doesn't
in a
matter.
twinkle of
You
an
do
eye
not-
could
we do not prejudice.
fly or
You
go
see,
outside the country.
When you are doing
Oh
something,
no,
it
when
shouldn't-
he's being
you can't
investigated,
prejudice a
you
person.
know go fit travel.
Yamra ni nyinaa kyerɛ
No,
sɛ,
what did they
you
come
don't
to
you
do?
don't assume say, you don't presume say this person is saying. You have to.
Do you know the threats the party
But
members are
you
raising?
still have to respect his dignity.
So talk of party
They are
members.
threatening government.
We will
It
wrap
doesn't-
up in no time. Talk of
Okay.
party members.
Okay.
How they have reacted in this situation.
Yeah.
What is your take on it? That's the first one. Secondly, it looks like the law only works when NDC is in power. It works on MPP, and when MPP comes to power, it works on NDC. What do you make of that as an individual, as a citizen of this country? The first one, how the party has reacted.
Do you remember that policeman, that COP Agbozo?
Yeah.
See the things he was outlining, talking about how when governments change hands, this one, the police, they use the police for this. Then this one comes, then
Uses
the
the
same
military
police,
for
they'll
that.
use them for that and this. I think we need strong institutions. and we need to be very intentional about how we position our institutions, how they work, and so that we don't the institutions are independent. Well, the NDC might say that, oh, one time they jailed their own person, that Jida, Sada, Suba, those things. They jailed their own person. Yeah. So they are here. They are saying if you fall foul, and if they are doing that to their own person, you will expect that if the opposition, and they have taken over from.
Yeah, so you've answered. You're answering this other one. Yes. The laws and how it works.
Yes.
Now, this aspect of it where political party members and executives are currently at Yoko, making sure until Wontumi comes out, they are not leaving the place and all that.
I think it sets a bad precedent. You see, this country, everybody is scheming. Everybody is always trying to influence people to do things. If indeed they feel that they feel aggrieved, I don't fault them for protesting, because protesting is our right to.
But you don't just wake up to protest. You need to pass through a process before you granted the permission to protest.
Anybody can protest whichever way they want to. Now, in organized demonstrations are the ones, because if the thing happens right now, you can't tell me I should come to the police.
So you think you found against they going to, ask the Yoko why you would arrest Uti? Because if it was any other individual, like Yoko, they arrest people, go there all the time. But it looks like whenever it's a political figure, we see acts like this. Like,
yes.
I say, no, ma pahobi.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, ma unye with Juma.
Your political climate, has sown this seed. Amanaya say it's always a witch hunt. So regardless of how right or wrong,
whether guilty or not,
people are fanatics. As I was saying earlier, people are fanatics. So they don't even care about what Yoko is saying or what whoever is saying.
Once we have our person involved,
yes, we are coming to support him by hook or crook.
I've got Derek and then Nira in the building. It's been an interesting and an educative conversation. Chairman Wontumi, May 1st, wage of 48 years. A go Prempeh College. Yeah. He was thinking celebrating his birthday in May may bring peace upon him. But unfortunately, posterity is catching up on the gentleman real fast, and he's actually going through it. It not be funny at all. With how it's looking, if indeed he's found guilty of the various allegations, it could get out of hand. It will feel really, really, really get serious. I'll lie to you, because Charlie, it not be funny at all.
Well, me as a Ghanaian, on a human level, I think he still has the right to his dignity. But then, if he's done what they say he has done, he
has to face the law.
He really has to face the law. That's
because indeed it's at the expense of citizens, and we've gone through
exactly.
Nira, wrapping up, what do you have to say?
Yeah, for me, first of all, like he said, if indeed Wontumi is actually guilty of the allegations being held against him, he has to. Me, Charlie, I'll say he's guilty. First of all, the illegal mining, because it has been a national headache for so many years. And even when MPP was in power, they were speaking about illegal mining. Stop illegal mining. Do you understand? So what kind of picture are you painting to Ghanaians?
So that's your opinion. You feel Serbia he could be guilty.
Yeah, that aside.
Until the court has proven him guilty.
Yes, he's innocent.
Or suspect him.
But yes, so they're a suspect. For now, they're a suspect. 2, the NPP supporters who are going around creating gangs to violence. To prevent the more shit ties near the idea. It is. I mean, if you're not guilty, why would you do that? Yes. On say nipa confirm himself about chin no dey iron rod I don't know if you get a point I'm making.
Derek, what do you have to say?
It is only when you know you've done something that you showed yourself. But if you know you're innocent, you walk as a free man.
Done anything, but I just being
I probably shouldn't be saying what I'm saying because it's her closing remarks.
Yeah, but you can.
But only obi there. Yeah, but bobo. Now who say referee akọ
You
we
suspect na say me
odi
ya
akọ
boy.
akọhye dem 30 seconds ana wapie you cross the ball now we
Nice,
so quiet say
Yeah,
offside
in short,
Say,
I saw say Mahama ne referee ne question.
say bi benkasa o doubt o trim say bia na Mahama
You
na
are
ama
suspicious of this
no
referee.
eye say oba pe
Oh, yeah, Habo.
na sabe waka out watch
Yeah.
why eyi o pese
You are preventing it
Yes.
from getting there.
Yes.
Looks like.
na o court public sympathy. I think that's what they are doing, and we hope say
It's so
the
inappropriate.
law
Will work accordingly.
o say no dey esi obi ba waye bibi omo ba o say maame no ejinam o ho say there be only ho. Oh yeah, you
Okay.
trying to put
Yeah.
impediments in people's way so that they prolong their years
Yeah.
for as long as they can. But Emrani the Ghana Mranko
Emrani deɛ ɛyɛ Ghana mmeranko
Sɛ wayɛ nko deɛ,
wayɛ nko deɛ na so bɛyɛ. We brought you Matters Day from 65 Westlands Boulevard. The name is Don Ichi Keteke Dadia, and I'm Dadia so. And I did this with Nira, the girl with the Midas touch, and then Fim man, Derek. We know whom you good them ha. Second to get to know that. For updates like these, subscribe to this channel at Core Media Studios and on all our social media platforms, Core Media Studios. Subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. If something day we talk with sense no day inside, make we know say the thing we talk sense no day inside. It's an opinionated platform. Throw make a throw. Adios, mi amigo. Adios, mi amiga. Hasta cuernos vamos a encontrar. Till we meet again, my people. The three of us say what? We out of here.